How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about a crazy story coming out of New York City that many of you have sent me about a 32-year-old named Jessica Bouvet who hit and killed an officer and tried to leave the scene after she had just got doing the podcast talking about F to police while she was drunk and high. Now, there's so much I want to get into here, but before I go down that rabbit hole, let's go ahead and roll the clip. In this clip, you'll see local news from New York, and you'll see the whole situation, what happened. You hear more details after we get done watching that. I'll come back. I'll talk about what was said there. Then I'll give you the rest of my 2 cents, my deep detail analysis, and then I'll wrap it on up with a nice bow on top. So without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Well, now to new details on the woman charged with hitting and killing an NYPD officer on the Long Island Expressway. Jessica Bouvet appeared in court in Queens and admitted that she had been drinking and smoking marijuana before she got into her car. Eyewitness News reporter Derek Waller has more.
Tequila, wine, vodka, marijuana. That's what police say the defendant was drinking and smoking in the hours before she got into her Volkswagen and killed a beloved highway patrolman. But now she says she's sorry.
What are you sorry for? I'm sorry that I hit him and he's dead.
That's what she told reporters in handcuffs. But earlier in the day, moments after getting arrested, an eyewitness says 32-year-old Jessica Bouvet had a different attitude.
And the last thing I heard was, all right, get the F out of my way or stay the F over there, I don't care.
Now she's facing 13 criminal charges after running down veteran NYPD highway patrolman Anastasio Sakos early Tuesday morning on the LIE. He was directing traffic after a previous fatal crash. A 26-year-old man died when the driver of an Infiniti slammed into a pole. Then Officer Sakos himself would die at the hands of a woman who admittedly hated the cops, posting this long rant on her Facebook page hours before the crash.
We're not scared of the police. We want you to know we don't give a about you, your mama, your children, your wife.
But by all accounts, Officer Sakos was a hero with a wife and 2 young children they'll never see again.
His partner yelled out and other police officers were able to get out of the way, but that didn't stop this defendant who ran.
Loved ones speaking out, including his brother, who spoke to Eyewitness News by phone.
He didn't know this. He just bought a house. He was starting his life. Everything, he was doing good. Everything was cut short. That's it.
I can't believe it. It's shocking. I've been crying ever since I heard.
Family man, friendly as could be, and the most hardworking person you'd ever want to meet.
Police also say that Bouvet blew a .15 on the breathalyzer 2 hours after her arrest. Her driving record so bad, her license had been suspended. The mother of a 13-year-old boy now faces up to 15 years in prison.
All right, you saw that, you heard that. Now, that was terrible. Rest in peace to the officer that died, and hopefully his family, his friends, his kids, wife, everybody else, hopefully they'll be able to have productive lives as they move on into the future. It's got to be really hard to lose a good stand-up guy like that. He was out there minding his business, directing traffic, doing his job. When he gets hit by this drunken high lady, she didn't even stop. And the thing is, she wants to say, oh, I didn't know what I did. What did I do? I knew I hit something, but I didn't know. She hit him with so much force that he flew 100 feet. You knew that you hit a human being and your windshield was shattered. You were dragging the cone and you only got out of the car when you hit the curb and kind of were stuck, and then you were surrounded by officers. So I'm not buying this whole thing about, oh, it was an accident. No. And as a matter of fact, since you had a few things going on, since you were behind the wheel, drunk, apparently, allegedly, because you were drinking on the stream where you were saying F to police, all this, that, and the third, you were drunk and high. But matter of fact, she admitted that part. She said to the police that she was smoking marijuana and drinking liquor behind the wheel. You could say legalize weed, whatever, but maybe don't get behind the wheel of a car drunk and high, inebriated, not able to control yourself, okay? But aside from her being drunk and high, then choosing to get behind the wheel, there could be some intent there because she's talking about F the police. And she was also saying, well, hey, if it came down between me and the officer, it might not be me, that type of thing. So all of that was said in the podcast. You get behind the wheel of the car drunk and high, and then the officer dies. You strike him and keep on moving. Like, what are we talking about? See, when I hear people say defund the police and you hate pigs, all this and that, when I hear people say stuff like that, I think about people like this. I think about those that are out there that don't really care about the safety of the general public. They don't care about being law-abiding citizens. They don't care about any of that. They want to go out there and do whatever they want to do. They want to attack people, hurt people, kill people. That's what Jessica Bovee did. 32 years old, your life's thrown away. But then again, you know how it is in New York City. Hopefully this person does not get out on bail. I've seen murderers, people that have allegedly killed people, get out on bail and then go kill somebody the same night. So hopefully she does not get caught up in that whole thing where they're trying to just let everybody go home drunk, high, possible, intent, malice aforethought, killing the police officer, trying to run away, hit and run. There's so many charges. Drunk behind the wheel, high behind the wheel, speeding, reckless driving, potential manslaughter, murder, hit and run, probably resisting arrest, all type of stuff. Why would this person go home? They shouldn't, but this is what happens when you say F the police and defund the police and your wish is granted. You're going to have dangerous people like that are just roaming the streets. That's what's going on. This is why we need the police. This is why I have my flags behind me, both of them, but especially this one right here with the blue line and the red line. Of course, the red line firefighters. My dad was a firefighter, so I support the firefighters always, and also for the police because they're out there in harm's way. Firefighters as well, but most certainly the police, because when something's burning down, you're going to have the firefighters go into the home and rescue people, all this and that. But when you have dangerous situations like people that got guns, knives, you got criminal activity going on, the police got to go in there and make sure the coast is clear for the firefighters to come in and do property rescue, human rescue, all that kind of stuff. They work hand in hand. That's why I fly that flag. So RIP to the officer. I cannot pronounce his name, so please forgive me, but I've placed his name and everything about him in the box. If I can raise money for his family, I'll do that as well. If I see anything like that, I'll put that in the box. But shame on people like this. Shame on those that go out there and want to hurt the police or want to attack the police, want to do things like this. Like I said, when I hear about people that say they hate the police and defund the police and they have all these negative views towards the police, I think about Jessica Bovee and others that have hurt police, attacked them, and have attacked regular citizens. People that make life difficult and unsafe for the regular, average, everyday normie. People like that are who the police are there to protect us from. Or if they cannot be there 24/7 to protect us, at least they'll be there to get them into the penitentiary and keep them there, hopefully. And I hope that this person that killed this man, this officer, will never come home again. 32 years old, you got a son. Okay, that's your fault. It was your decision to get behind the wheel of the car while you are drunk and on drugs. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What should be the penalty here for this person that killed this man? You're talking about 10, 20, 30. What should be the penalty? How do you feel about those that say F the police, defund the police, and just have a negative view of the police? Like I said, when I think about them, I think about people like this. They get behind the wheel of a car that are just dangerous and do whatever they want to do. I don't think about regular, everyday, productive, law-abiding, normal citizens. That's not who I think about at all. I think about innocent citizens that are going to be impacted negatively with this rhetoric, this anti-police rhetoric. That's who I think of. And, it's just not a good thing. It's not good at all. And I hope that regular people can push against this. We can go the other direction and become, something like normal, regular, everyday people. That's what I hope. But what do you guys think? Am I right here? Am I wrong here? Am I missing anything? Whatever your thoughts on that are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.